It's on! So, oh my goodness, before I can even get started, I'm looking in Slack, and apparently Michael Eisner retired as the Disney CEO today. Am I reading this right?
20 years ago. You're a little out of date.
Oh, 20 years ago today. Oh, okay. I hope you've been enjoying it, Michael. Okay, hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Disney Park. Why are you shaking your head, Jeremiah? I felt like I was a pretty good open there. Pretty good open. Welcome to Disney Parks Talk Live, where we bring you the latest over the past 20 years in Disney theme parks. My name is Jimmy Mosley. I'm a co-founder here at Laughing Place. To my side, as always, is my favorite person in the world, Rebecca Mosley. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing well, honey.
Below her is someone in the top 10. That would be Michael Celestino.
I need to know exactly where I fall in the top 10.
And next to him is Jeremiah Good. How you doing, Jeremiah?
Mike, I think you may rank above his wife. Oh no, wait, that's you. You have things that rank above your wife in importance.
real big callback there, Jeremiah. So
years now.
Yep.
A lot going on. We haven't seen you in 2 weeks. We had a lot to get to. Let's get started. Jeremiah said we're shooting for 45 minutes today. We will find out if that's the case. First of all, Nikki B, are you out there? Happy birthday if you're out there, Nikki B. Happy birthday, Nikki B. Wow, you guys did not succeed at that.
HBD.
Happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, the big news.
She's not on. Happy birthday.
She might be. The big news today is Flight Cycle Run. Today, first day, is no longer a virtual queue. That took a long time. It's been open for more than a year now, hasn't it?
2+?
Oh my goodness, that took a long time.
Wait, no, it's not even 2. It's under 2.
Yeah, no, but Cosmic Rewind is still not off virtual.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, there's no test track over there, so they definitely have to keep something.
Now, I've been poking around every once in a while and looking, and it seems to sit right around 50-minute wait.
I have stats.
Oh, okay.
Stats. I came prepared. You guys probably know we have a wait time page on our website, and so I actually went and checked to see how the wait time went today. Sorry, let me get no ads on this page. There we go. And the wait time peaked one time. One check was 105 minutes. But the majority of the day, it has been between 55 and 70 minutes, usually around actually 55 or 60 minutes.
Today is not a good judge of a day. It has been very rainy and gross.
Today.
Yes, there were people refusing to move forward in line because, like, we don't want to stand in the rain. So they'd be like, you can see up towards the front of this photo, there's this giant gap of people not wanting to go from the umbrella to the covering. So it was, what the official wait time was, we may not know, but it's nice to see signs that they installed over a year and a half ago actually working.
That is, sorry, I wanted to see something real quick. Oh yeah, let's get a look at those signs. And you have them, Jeremiah. They're pretty futuristic looking. That's pretty cool.
Especially that lightning lane one that the half the sign is burnt out on. That was
okay.
Nice.
So it's still a lightning lane option. It's just not a virtual. It's not a virtual queue option now. It's a lightning lane option.
Correct. You can still do, I believe, individual lightning lane or single pass lightning lane.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Forgot it had a name. Yeah, single pass lightning lane. Is it? And I presume it's also multi-pass lightning lane or single pass only. Do you know?
I believe it's single pass only. The ability to do a virtual queue, though, just to kind of tell you how today was, up until 2:33, Tiana still had their virtual queue available.
Are you surprised they haven't just let it go at this point?
No, that's over in Epcot. Yes, especially with that. But again, they have to have something that's virtual queue just to bother Tony.
Tony doesn't care. Tony's off having a good old time. You don't care nothing about going on in here anymore. What are we looking at there?
I was just showing the current status on the app. See, it says it's sold out at this point. So
virtual queue and standby. Lightning lane single pass.
Yep, and standby.
55 minutes right now.
Yep.
Not too bad.
My return for Tiana's is group 157, and they're at 114 right now. So maybe just before the park closes, I can head back over there.
Have you ridden that since the media opening?
Yes, definitely. I've been on it a couple of times. I wanted to go on it today, but for some reason it was down. Like, I don't know.
Is that still an issue there?
It has definitely been an issue. Today was more of the lightning in the area. At one point, I had planned to go live to do the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade. 205, 215, 220, 230, still delayed. 237, they called it as canceled.
Oh,
wow. Other related to Tron, we have new attraction poster for both Tron and the Wedway People Mover to go along with their sponsorship by Enterprise Rental Car. Any thoughts? Mike, you're the most artistic person I know in this room. Any thoughts on these posters?
Oh boy, I really like the People Mover one quite a bit. I don't know what else to say about
it's pretty much retro, but throwing in the Enterprise coloring in, right, Jeremiah?
Okay,
yeah, it's the same poster as previously, but I believe it was more blue on the colors, and now they added in, like you said, the Enterprise. These have been actually up for a couple of weeks, so I've probably walked by them more times than I can count. But the other day, I just happened to catch the Tron one and went, wait, there was something else, and then found the People Mover one, which is 2 or 3 over from Tron, even though I walked around both tunnels like 3 times. Smart.
You look good. Okay, Jeremiah. Staying at Walt Disney World, I'll let you talk. Tell us about this.
The new villain show, which we don't have a lot of details on, is coming next year, 2025, in the Sunset Showcase Theater, which, for those of you who don't know, that is where Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is right now. Can you bring up the other piece of concept art that everybody was assuming this was going into the Beauty and the Beast, mostly because of how massive this building is and how there are more than 30 people in that audience. I definitely talked to somebody I know, and they said that they're going to reconfigure the building so the audience will be able to hold more people. That many people, I don't believe, because that still looks like to me the Hyperion Theater where Frozen sing for the first time and never after sing along is. But I'm excited for this. Now we have an Echo coming back.
No, I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
For the first time in forever. Very good. So we don't have a date on that, as you said, but we do know that the Cars show, which is a fan favorite, and I'm sure there's much sadness, will be closing October 7th. So make sure you get over and see that before it goes away, as the Cars giveth and the Cars taketh away, as they are.
Just Cars are taking over the world. Oh wait, no, they're leaving.
Yeah, they're leaving here, going into Magic Kingdom, getting ripped out here. Kind of keeps the equilibrium. Even Steven, as Jerry would say. And also, we don't have a date for that, but we do have a date for the return of Blizzard Beach. Would you say, Rebecca, that's your second favorite water park? No? Okay. I know Typhoon Lagoon's our favorite.
You're joking, right? I mean, that is like my snap my fingers if I could be anywhere on the planet.
No, right? I said Blizzard Beach.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. Is it my second favorite? No, I think it's my third.
Behind Aquatica?
Yeah, and I haven't even visited Volcano Bay, but yeah, I like Aquatica more.
So Typhoon Lagoon will be closing on November 3rd, and then Blizzard Beach will be opening on November 4th, making its triumphant return after a long refurb. So it's just a thing now. You only get one water park at a time at Disney World, right?
As of right now, hopefully that'll change sometime in the future if the crowds start coming back. Doobie, how can we encourage people to book vacations out here to Walt Disney World?
I don't know. Maybe build new ride? No. We encourage you, if you are going to book a vacation, or you're just curious as to what it costs, because it probably costs less than you think. Go to mousefantravel.com.
Fingers crossed, hopefully.
I mean, if you think high, if you think it's going to cost like $1 million, it's less than you think. Go to mousefantravel.com. They'll help you book your trip to Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, Adventure by Disney, Aulani, pretty much anything Disney related around the world, except I think Tokyo. Mouse Fan Travel will help you. And if you do want to go to Blizzard Beach, we invite you to get a water park season pass for only $79, and that'll be good through May 23rd at either water park between now and then, which is a very inexpensive way to enjoy one of the underrated part of Disney parks, the water parks. All right, Mike, are you ready?
Ready.
While Rebecca and I were out of town, and I just saw this whole slew of stuff drop about the special teams of the Disneyland Resort, Downtown Disney. Why do you cover your head, Rebecca? Okay. Downtown Disney. So are you prepared to tell us what's coming to Downtown Disney?
Good question. Remind me.
If you're not, that's fine. Okay, so Earl of Sandwich, first of all. Let's get
Do we know where this is going?
Yeah, well, I think we kind of know where it's going. Sorry. Let me get this. I should have prepared a little better. So they said this is the new Earl of Sandwich. Right now it's in its temporary location near La Brea Bakery. It will return to the west side. It is earmarked. Sorry. Its new location will be located on the first floor of a new building in Downtown Disney's mid-century inspired west side. So a new location, a new building, but it will be on the west side, which is where it originally was way back in the Compass Books days.
So, all right. I just feel like there was that building I pointed out on a tweet that was like, I was like, this is where the Earl of Sandwich is going. Everybody said no. I'm pretty sure this is that building.
Mike has receipts. He will be getting up on a high podium and waving that picture around saying, told you so. Can't wait for that day. So Earl of Sandwich that will be coming next year. Where it currently is will be replaced, which is the old La Brea Bakery, is going to be Porto's Bakery. That's been previously announced.
Which should be one of those ones that we sit there and go, okay, it's coming still. People stop saying it's not.
like the cake shop or something?
Yeah.
On the second story of Earl of Sandwich, it's going to be a new building. First story is Earl of Sandwich. The second story, keeping the Brit theme alive, is going to be the Carnaby Tavern. The Carnaby Tavern is what they're calling this, which is supposed to have like a British theme to it.
Kyle says I was wrong.
So this is a table service restaurant called the Carnaby Tavern. Kyle, give us some info. And it says fans of the 60s rock pop bands from the UK will be able to experience the British invasion with this new sit-down experience. So this mid-century place on West Side will now be the home of Great Britain at Downtown Disney.
Can you show the Earl of Sandwich concept art again?
Absolutely.
It looks like it's by the bathroom building.
Yeah, it totally does. Yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah, because that looks like the bathrooms to the left.
I don't know. Okay.
Which would replace. That's basically where it was before, right? Just maybe they're making a new building, but isn't that essentially the same place it originally was?
Yeah.
Tortilla Joe's, which is already closed, is being replaced by a new restaurant by Chef Joe Isidori, which will have a steakhouse sit-down restaurant. Yay, Gideon. And it will also have a barbecue quick service with an outdoor bar. And the most exciting news, Marceline's Confectionery, which is that. Why are you shaking your head, Jeremiah?
One of the last things that is still around from the original Downtown Disney.
Opening day, Marceline's Confectionery, an opening day location, is actually going to close and be, well, not close, but redone as the Disney Wonderful World of Sweets. Same concept. It looks very different, but still going to have the watch them make candy and such. But just a name that not quite as Gideon Herd Steakhouse, a name that's not quite as doesn't resonate with the hardcore Disney fans in quite the same way Marceline's Confectionery does. But it looks like a lot of.
And that's also taking over the space that was the Disney dress shop.
So it's going to be huge, which is nice. I like having the candy shop in downtown Disney. Gio says down by the entrance to downtown, I think, is where I think he means Earl's Sandwich is going to be. So someone needs to go out there. Gio, you're good at this stuff. Make us a schematic for this. Well, yeah, send it over right now. That would be helpful. You know how to reach me. Okay. There's also some new retail coming to downtown Disney. We have Avengers Reserve. Let me see if we have pictures for this.
Ride makers, all the good stuff is coming.
So Avengers Reserve is coming, as well as a D-Lander shop. Avengers Reserve, I think you can probably guess what that is. D-Lander, which is for those looking for a fashion-forward take on Disney merchandise, D-Lander shop will also open this winter. There you go. That's fashion-forward. You're the host of Barely Necessities, Rebecca. Can you define fashion-forward for me?
Yeah, something that's on the cutting edge of fashion.
Okay. I get it now. And so this apparently is the cutting edge of fashion right here.
But don't worry, it'll change the theme within like 6 months.
Well, and retro will be on the cutting edge, so therefore it'll be hard to know, is it fashion forward or not?
This is becoming such the Disney Springs. Like, hey, look, there's a Marvel store. Hey, there's the Star Wars store. Hey,
you think that's a bad thing?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Well, at least you only have one Star Wars store out there right now.
Time out, Jeremiah. You said this is becoming Disney Springs. The third location they announced is Kawaii Slime. Do they have that at Disney Springs? Fans of slime will be able to pick up jars of the incredibly popular toy called Kawaii Slime. Do you have that at Disney Springs, Jeremiah?
No, I can only hope that takes over like the Art of Disney or something.
I'm guessing this is the vendor that we've seen inside Disney parks during certain festivals. I recall them being over by the Golden Zephyr during, I believe it was the lunar celebration. So, because it says it's a mom boutique or something along those lines. So like I say, it leads me to suspect that it's kind of an outgrowth of that particular brand. So
yes, it
kind of
is.
neat.
A mom.
Yeah, I'm with Jeff. This surprise. I mean, it was cute as a kiosk there at the lunar celebration. But wow, yeah, a whole store. I didn't realize slime was such a thing, but I can tell you that I see it occupying more and more floor space when I've been in stores recently.
I'm not sure Jeff understands. He may just be thinking like slime, but Jeff, different textures, colors, and scents, and glittery mix-ins.
Yeah.
So all this stuff takes up room. Okay, so chill, Jeff. Don't be so critical.
But it's just funny to think we lost Build-A-Bear. You can't build your own bear anymore, but you can build slime.
Maybe you can mold your slime like a bear. Probably not. All right. Also staying at Disneyland. How are things looking over at the Haunted Mansion, Mike?
Great. Oh, this is the photo that I took of the new gift shop, which has gone up vertically outside the exit of the Haunted Mansion next to Tiana's Bayou Adventure there.
People have pointed out something that I hadn't considered when I first heard about this. But DB, if you leave that up, that's really going to change kind of your view as you enter into Bayou country. You're not going to have the same kind of, I don't know, visual into the peak. If this, I mean, because that's just one. Yeah. That's not even the full height of it.
When I first saw this going up, that was actually my thought that was maybe intentional, that they were intentionally blocking that view from Haunted Mansion area.
Yes, it's interesting. It was unexpected. So, because I wasn't thinking it was going to be that significant of a structure. So yes, yeah. Mr. Jeremiah.
Alexa points out in our chat that it's going to be a slime cart, not a whole store.
Thank you.
Well, how are they going to fit all those things in a cart, Alexa? I'm so confused how they're possibly. Did you hear about the glitter? Is there room for the glitter with the cart? See, Jeff is excited about the glitter. This is the concept art here, and yeah, I agree. Looking at this concept art versus the picture, which I will go back to here, that does look higher than I would have thought.
I have a fear of how small this space is going to be because it's not an exit store, it's a store next to the exit. I mean, Memento Mori here is pretty tiny, but that looks like that almost looks like the Roosevelt booth at D23.
Which was extremely small.
Yes.
We shall see. And that store at Magic Kingdom does get to be pretty busy.
Thank you so much, Alexa, by the way. I don't know how I skipped over the word cart when I was reading that because I was just like, wow, okay.
I read it too. I'm sorry.
So, no, it's right there. It says a new cutesy cart will arrive in downtown Disney this fall.
It says it right there. Usually they don't like make a big announcement for a cart either. So
right.
Hey, it's slime. It excited you, Doobie.
Well,
Just had a conversation about that.
Once I read the glitter, I'm a big fan of glitter. Just like
you should go to the cube where Alexa works. So you can make slime with her.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay, I'll put that on my list. I didn't know that was an option. Okay, let us move back. We're still at the Disneyland Resort where Isabella and Luisa. Have you been able to see, Mike, Isabella and Luisa yet?
I have not been to the park since they made their debut.
So they made their debut earlier this month, and there they are over. They can be found in Frontierland, and they will be there for a limited time, but they have not told us when that limited time comes to an end. Those are some pretty cool looking characters. So glad to see Encanto still doing well. And speaking of costumes, Mickey and Friends have new costumes at our old stomping ground, Rebecca.
I want to go see these costumes so badly. They look so cool.
I'm with you, Jeremiah.
This is at the Storyteller Cafe, Mickey and Minnie, Chip Dale, and Pluto in their fall outfits at Storyteller Cafe, one of our favorite places in the world to eat. So you like those, Rebecca?
Very much. Very, very much.
Plus, looking at those pictures, I can smell Storytellers.
I haven't been there in a while.
I know.
These are great.
Used to go there every single Friday night to have dinner.
I wouldn't mind seeing these come to Canada Pavilion over there for a nice little a seasonal meet and greet, or
Mickey does look like he's a whaler.
Yeah. It's just because of that really tasty when they had that like apple orchard thing happening inside Canada in between films. Yeah. Oh, see, Jeff doing a call back to earlier. It's back to
Mickey looks like he's from Seattle here. And so it's cool. I just am reading this. Mickey is sporting a shirt from a beanie and a t-shirt for the Great Apple Orchard, along with a reference to the year the hotel opened, 2001.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
That is very cool. Yep. Happy for our old little restaurant.
Wait,
I see future Jeremiah Disney bounding in that.
I will go upstairs and get a beanie right now.
I'm just saying, I can totally see you showing up at some point with the Mickey grand.
If they sell that shirt, I would so be rocking that.
Right? Yeah.
Also, didn't the grand open in 2000? Wasn't it open before?
Its official opening was 2001, January 8th, I think.
Okay.
2001, yeah. But it did have soft openings in December.
Yeah, because I think I stayed there prior to 2000.
But no, it officially opened in 2001. Sorry. Okay, what is going on? I don't know who's better to answer this, Mike or Jeremiah, but they are making promises for the Jungle Cruise in Disneyland.
Oh, for the new structure?
They are spending $500,000, $600,000 to replace the Tiger structure at Disneyland.
I would like to also compliment whoever on our team that made that sound like it was the biggest expense in the world of over $500,000. I know 600,000 is over $500,000, but that line really made me double take. I really hope whatever they do, it looks better than the old one. I actually kind of like the current one, and I don't do we have a picture of the wood frame?
Yeah, I tweeted that out probably a month or two ago when it went up.
Okay.
I know we have. I know we've shared it somewhere.
Yeah, because it's been down. The construction's been up for quite a while. I think my friend said that it started falling down last November, and it's the Jungle Cruise. It's in the elements. Of course, that poor tiger is his. That's Shirley's temple.
Yep.
Sorry, I was trying to.
What are we looking forward to with the?
Wait, I'm sorry. This closes. You have another week to experience the current Jungle Cruise before it goes down for its not too long refurb. It'll be closed September 16th through October 3rd. And then, as Rebecca, I believe, is mentioning, Walt Disney World is on a long Jungle Cruise refurb.
Yeah, both Jungle Cruises down at one time. I think the world may end. You can't see the backside of water anywhere in the U.S.
Are we have any idea what to expect for this long one in Disney World?
No word on that. I know from previous information that the dock and especially the queue, because it is all wood, has been under need of repair for quite a while. So hopefully we'll see a full new dock built. I was just over there. I looked at this the other day, and the boats are still backed up into the parking area, and the water is still out there. But it will be interesting to see if, all of a sudden when the river does close, what happens with this water, because I believe just like with Disneyland, the dark water system connects those two.
Remember when they had that hose that they ran through the moat of the of Disneyland Castle because of the way the water systems were, where they were doing some construction somewhere or whatever? It's weird. I remember that. The moat was dry, but there was this hose running through to make sure water could stay connected that needed to connect. I don't know. It's weird.
Got to keep the dark water system going.
Yep.
It's an important part of Disneyland. Okay, Jeremiah, I assume you were the one that took these pictures over at Woody's
Lunchbox?
Yeah.
Yes. Just prior to this, our friends over at Fantasyland News had posted the breaking news that there is now seats in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge for Toy Story that breaks the theme. And when I went over and checked, it's because they are redoing the seating area for the Woody's Lunchbox, which when they posted their story hadn't started yet. But yeah, they've moved these seats into the walkway, which doesn't really do, a lot of theme breaking. But if you look in the center, you can see the Toy Story Land trash cans. That really does kind of throw it off when you're like, look, there's Galaxy's Edge lamps with Toy Story Land trash cans. The seating area for Woody's Lunchbox, since it opened, has always been small. So hopefully they're working to expand that to give more seating. And that way they can take away the poor cast members that have to stop people from trying to walk in to get seats.
And finally, the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. There's been a recent filing there that has Disney fans excited that perhaps the Reflection Disney Lakeside Lodge, a hotel that was announced quite a while ago pre-COVID, right, and then kind of got shelved, might be coming after all based on this permit filing. Have any further info on that, Jeremiah?
Haven't taken the boat over there. This is the former area of River Country, which sat empty for many years, and they went through a major construction. That's why the Tri-Circle D Ranch, which you guys visited when you were at the cabins, was moved over to that area. And as of last time I was out seeing the hoop-de-doo, this was just a giant empty lot with fencing around it.
Hopefully, I love the resorts. I'm very happy for another resort to come to Walt Disney World. Always, never a bad thing. All right. What was that?
Sorry, I had some bad tuna for lunch. Oh,
I know we don't have a dog. No, Mike has a cat. All right, let us take a moment to pay our respects to the dark side of theme parks. Mike, give us a little bit of what's going on in a Parks Talk appropriate way at Halloween Horror Nights and not Scary Farm?
Well, not Scary Farm hasn't opened yet, but I did go to the Nightmares Revealed event for that, and they announced their 2 new mazes coming this year. One is kind of a spider theme in an old folks home, which is kind of interesting, and then the other one is like spooky New England kind of a thing, which is interesting.
That sounds terrifying. A house themed to old folks home just sounds terrifying.
Yes, it's called Widows. It's got a double meaning because spiders and old ladies. Anyway, I did go to opening night of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood this past week. That was on Thursday night, and did all the haunted houses there and saw all the shows. We've got video highlights from all the houses, full video of both shows up there. I really liked the Quiet Place one. That was my favorite. There were some other really good ones as well. And the new show was Chucky's Talk Show, which didn't really do it for me. It kind of fell flat for the audience that I was with, at least. But we always have a really good time at Halloween Horror Nights, and I think it remains a very popular local event. But it was super, super hot that night. Boy, it was crazy hot that evening in Hollywood, in LA. And I think it actually helped keep the crowd levels down a little bit for opening night. So it was a little bit of a trade-off.
Well, I know that I got an email earlier today that they're offering special discounts for Wednesday nights at Horror Nights out there. So they're definitely trying to get more people to visit.
See.
Yeah, it's been unseasonably hot down in Southern California. I know this was the Run Disney weekend as well, and typically you see a bump up, as far as kind of wait times and whatnot, because you get that influx of out of towners who run and then squeeze in as much park time as they can. But man, the park yesterday afternoon, if you're looking at Twitter, it was pretty vacant because it was just so hot. I know my friends were visiting from Ohio, and they couldn't take it. They just went back to the hotel. Ended up buying tickets to see Beetlejuice too.
And the air conditioning. How about on your coast, Jeremiah? I know we've got Universal, we've got Busch Gardens, we've got DreamWorks, no, WonderWorks, but it hasn't opened yet. What do you got going on over there?
Yeah, we had the opening night for Universal Halloween Horror Nights a few weekends ago. That was a great event. We actually didn't have any rain, which is unseasonably for Halloween Horror Nights opening night. The best house for me was the Universal Monsters Eternal Bloodline, which very good. Kind of give a lowdown on the piece that I wrote. Then this past weekend we had Busch Gardens, which should have an article going up with me being very uninterested in a Scream Cam. Not that I was uninterested, but it was more visual stuff to look at. And I think just like with Mike, Scream Cams for us aren't really anything other than the, ooh, look, ooh. And that is up.
I haven't done a Scream Cam, but yeah, I've become totally desensitized to haunted mazes, so they wouldn't get much of a reaction out of me.
But Busch is lots of fun. It's a great alternative to head out there. I know Tony did SeaWorld, their Hollow Scream the same night, and has an article and some videos up from that. So we are in full Halloween mode out here. There was one that I realized, or that I saw when I was going out to Busch. Dinosaur World has a scavenger haunt that I just need to go and look at. Like, I don't know what it is. I still haven't been to Dinosaur World. But one thing I do know about Dinosaur World, it is dog friendly. You can take your dogs out there.
Oh, that's cool.
They don't bark now.
We didn't take our dog. For some reason, I thought we did. Maybe we didn't.
I remember that.
Yeah, let's try to remember. Oh, okay.
Does that conclude our Halloween Scary Place update for now?
I will be going to Vampirates at the Pirate Dinner Adventure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I am so jealous. See, we get these emails. I want to go to that. I want to go to the WonderWorks one. Those are the things I want to do.
Those are the ones we enjoy.
Yeah, those are fun.
So stay tuned for
We
coverage.
did, if I recall, we did mention the houses on a special edition of Drafting Place we did for members over the week or last Friday, and we mocked Jeremiah's ranking of the #1 house for Halloween Horror Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till you do it, you don't know how cool it is.
How was the Ghostbusters house down there, Jeremiah?
It was very good. That one had some amazing special effects. I know that you guys have very similar. I've seen some of the videos of the proton pack shooting at Slimer where we have more space, so it actually goes up and around before you see Slimer. There, it's kind of like a 3-foot space, much like all Universal Hollywood houses. It's like, ooh, okay, you're in the next scene.
All right.
Before you move on, DB, just want to let everybody know that we have a lot of videos on our YouTube here from the various haunted experiences that theme parks offer. So if you're curious about them, maybe you yourself don't want to put yourself in those kinds of situations, but you want to see some good storytelling, some good thematic entertainment, check out the videos we've got here.
And Jeremiah is already working on the inaugural Laughing Place maze, fashion forward flying pirates. All right, the Destiny, the next cruise ship, actually not the next cruise ship, because that's the Treasure coming in just a couple months, but the Destiny, which is next year, bookings have begun. So bookings actually started on the 6th for Pearl, today for Platinum, that's us, 10th, 11th, and 12th for Gold, Silver, and all the rest. Don't forget Mouse Fan Travel to book your stay on the Destiny. You can see all the itineraries they have available. They have 4-night Bahamian cruises with stops at Lookout Key and Lighthouse, Lookout Key and Castaway Key, which is just amazing. A new kind of double dip now. And they have ones that also have the Bahamas and Lookout Key, and some 5 nights that have the Bahamas and both islands. So lots of options there. Mouse Fan Travel will help you find out what's right for you. Or if you want to go on next year's DVC member cruise, which will be on the Destiny, that will be next year, November 28th, out of Fort Lauderdale, and bookings for that open on Wednesday, October 23rd. Again, that is chartered by Disney Vacation Club, so only DVC Club members and their guests can book that one. Have you ever been on a member cruise, Jeremiah?
I have not. It's one of those ones that every time our CEO goes, he sounds like he has lots of fun, but then at the end of the time, he sounds like he's just stressed about so much stuff. I know that they usually have a lot of special stuff. I know the last one had like the voice of Mickey, Minnie, and a friend of Laughing Place, Tim O'Day, was on it.
And they had the some of the team behind this Goofy making of the Goofy movie documentary. They had that team on there as well, as I recall. So we've got a write-up about it. We have a write-up about numerous Disney Vacation Club member events. So if you're somebody who's considered it, check out our articles to see kind of some of what you can have access to beyond the kind of timeshare element itself. There's a lot of fun events and unique experiences that they provide for their members.
Hey, getting back to the Disneyland Resort, Mike, tell us what we're looking at.
This is the newly updated Coco show. The name has been slightly changed. I'm blanking on what exactly it was changed to, but it's
it rolls right off the tongue. The storytellers of Plaza La Familia celebrate the music of Coco.
There you go. The story
for the first time in forever.
Right. The show is also similar to what we had in years past, but updated. There's now 2 narrators instead of just one. You can see them right there, a man and a woman. And they do tell roughly the story of Coco. The same sort of dancers are involved. The same Miguel puppet there you can see in the background is there. It's just kind of been shifted around a little bit. And some of the performers come from the left screen left here at the beginning when they all used to come from the back. So the cart is new. That little stage is new. they just kind of, if you go back and watch the video from years past, you could see the differences, but they just kind of remixed it a little bit. It has mostly the same songs and the same general story of Coco is being told in a musical way, and it's still a lot of fun. It wasn't as different as I was expecting. That's what I would say, but that didn't bother me. It's a good show.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Mike. Let's see. And then the holidays are coming. Christmas is coming to Disneyland Resort. They've given dates for the holidays this year, which will be November 15th through January 6th. And November 15th, something else is happening November 15th. Do you remember what it is, Jeremiah, Mike, anybody?
No.
Yeah, the opening of Tiana's Bayou Adventure, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So the holiday.
Nothing like riding a log ride in the cold of November in California.
While Christmas is going on.
I hope it's cold. Can't wait. So I guess we'll have probably a combo media event. This is a little behind the scenes, but yeah.
With a side of fries, yes.
Yeah.
November 15th, January 6th will be Christmas. Santa Claus will be meeting in the Fantasyland Theater. There'll be cookie decorating, craft making, storytelling. Santa will also be at the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail and California Adventure. And the Grand Californian and the Disneyland Hotel and the Pixar Place Hotel. He is going to be all over the place. Santa is going to be running very quickly through Christmas Eve. And then all our favorites returning this year: Christmas Fantasy Parade, Believe in Holiday Magic, World of Color, Season of Light, Tomorrowland Holiday, Haunted Mansion Holiday, Luigi's Joy to the World, Mater's Jingle Jamboree, and DCA Festival of the Holidays. So all our favorites will be back with sounds like nothing new, because the big new thing for this holiday season will be the giant water ride coming. Yes.
Okay, who's the little puppy that you're playing with? What's his name or her name, Jeremiah?
So me, Lucy and Linus are both running around.
Okay, because I can just see you giving attention to somebody every once in a while. So
No, they're kind of just running around. Like, I'm just hopefully keeping them quiet enough.
Okay, it was all I could do to not make this our top story. And Tokyo Disneyland, Japan Airlines teaming up, as they have before, to do a new, I still don't know if it's livery or livery, but a new LIVERY for the plane featuring
Fantasy Springs,
and it looks awesome. So, yeah.
It's just the same thing on both sides. I got all excited because I saw a top image and a bottom image, and the nope, it's just repeated.
It's a mirror image.
Nice.
Never enough. All right. I would like to take a few minutes to discuss.
Wait for it.
Oh, what a cutie! Oh my
They're little Yorkies.
Yes, and Linus, her sister, is down biting at my ankles.
Oh, wow! Somebody loves you.
They just want to go bark at stuff.
That's fine.
Go, be free.
There's some actual breaking news here, guys. Monday Night Football kicks off tonight, and the 49ers superstar running back Christian McCaffrey is inactive with a calf. So that changes everything.
He's playing with a little cow?
Oh, yeah. Okay. By the way, I'm number one in the laughing place pick'em pool called Goofy About Football.
No, that hurts. That hurts. All right.
Top of the list.
45 minutes. We got 30 seconds.
Adventures by Disney is an important part of what we talk about here in Parks Talk. And while this is not exactly Adventures by Disney, it is very similar. It is called an ESPN experience. And Rebecca and I got to do one about a week and a half ago. Now, Rebecca and Benji did a full show on this, which you can find on our YouTube channel. So I am not going to go through the whole experience, but I did want to give just a little bit of my thoughts on it, since I was not a part of that show, which is fine because I was busy. But there's Hembo right there, my favorite part of the experience. So this was an event where we got to go to Fenway Park. We got to go to tour the ESPN studios, go to Yankee Stadium, and go to Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Saw a baseball game at each of those, got tours of the two of those stadiums, got to meet a ton of ESPN personalities, not just meet them, but actually hang out with them while watching the game. one of them even traveled on the bus with us from New York to Philadelphia. That would be my man Himbo. Like I said, it's similar to a Adventure by Disney, but with a heavy sports theme. This is the first one they've ever done, ESPN Experience. The highlight was certainly getting to visit the ESPN studios, and they gave us an incredible tour. It lasted so long. It was so long we had to have lunch in the middle of it. We got to see everything, hang out in the control room while they do a sports center. Got to do some teletrader stuff, see how they put graphics together. I mean, it's a tour like they've never done before. They do tours of ESPN for, you can't book it, but they do have them. But they've never done one like this, as in-depth as this. It was just an incredible experience. And then they take care of you the same way Adventures by Disney does. And getting a tour of Fenway Park, watching a game from atop the Green Monster, a tour of Yankee Stadium, seeing a game from a luxury suite, and then and that was where we saw the game with two ESPN personalities who Rebecca particularly were fans of, and had the great opportunity just to talk with them for a long time in a very informal setting, which I know was amazing. And then we got to go to Philadelphia and see another game in the luxury box, and there we were accompanied by Hembo, who is my favorite ESPN personality, who's on Get Up and #Greenie every day. And I talked his ear off, both on the bus ride and in the luxury suite. And where else are you going to get the opportunity to just talk with these people, not like at a meet and greet or something, but just literally sit and watch a baseball game with them? Such an incredible experience. So I just wanted to say, ESPN, you guys did a fantastic job. I hope these continue. I hope other people get to experience them, because obviously it's hard to let people know about the first one. But hopefully the word gets out and they do more of these. Benji, who was there as well, worked his butt off putting up an article each day at the conclusion of it while I was just relaxing with my family. So please go check those out on Laughing Place. Also got to see, thanks to Benji, we went to see Aladdin on Broadway and Back to the Future on Broadway. Back to the Future on Broadway is the most fun I've ever had of watching a show of any type in my entire life.
Wow.
Not great. Not a great show.
What?
But not a bad show. It's just not a great show. But I've never had so much fun. It is the
You
most
might be seeing it at the Pantages in Hollywood.
You should definitely see it. Like, you will love it.
Don't pass it up. The interplay between Doc Brown and Marty McFly is better than the Genie's monologue at the start of during the Aladdin Musical Spectacular. They crack each other up. It is so much fun. So much fun. Yeah. And then also just
wait, real quick, Donna, it is not too late to enter. Goofy About Football is the group, and the password is Powerline with a capital P. And we dropped the lowest score, so your score from this week could drop. So be dropped.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then I also wanted to mention,
Then you can just compete week to week if you don't want to, just have fun.
This is, I believe, our first show since Rebecca wrote this article, which I thought you did a fantastic job on. So I just wanted to mention.
That's sweet. Thank you.
We went to Disneyland Paris. We've talked about it a lot, our trip to Disneyland Paris. But Rebecca recently wrote an article during World Princess Week talking about how at Paris's Disneyland Hotel Castle Club, you'll feel like a guest of a Disney princess. And I thought she captured that really, really well, because that is what it felt like to go there. So go check that out. It's a great read if you just want to live it vicariously, or if you have any interest in going, it's a great way to see what you're in for, because what an incredible experience. By far the best Disney resort experience I've ever had, staying at the Disneyland Paris Castle Club.
I would say the most magical and the most kind of premium experience, and the most magical premium experience that we've had the opportunity. So yeah. Yeah,
you will not see this experience on Bright Side. Man, what is it? Bright Sun Films, talking about it being not too premium like he recently did about the Grand Floridian. All right. Anything else anyone wanted to mention here before we close it out?
This coming weekend, I'm going to the dedication of the Disney Brothers studio in Los Feliz. It's a D23 event, so I'll be covering that. Watch out for that.
The Disney Brothers, are they?
No, it's they're dedicating the courtyard area, the streets around the original studios.
Okay.
That's on.
So they're not starting over or anything. No. Okay. Oh, what are you doing? What do you got coming up, Jeremiah?
I will be flying off to Texas on Wednesday or on Thursday, and then I get back Friday morning, and then Friday night I'm going to Legoland to see their drone show. So we can get another trillion hit video of drones.
You may be the only person in the world going to Texas on one day and Legoland on the next.
I'm pretty sure I am the only person that has ever said or will do that.
More drones. Yay, drones.
Love drones. You got anything exciting going on, Rebecca?
No.
Me either. That's our show. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Monday, I believe, for another edition of Disney Parks Talk Live. Rebecca will be back tomorrow with Barely Necessities. I will also be back tomorrow with the return of Disney Trivia Live. Finally. Thanks for joining us. You got any Who's the Boss coming up, Mike?
I'm waiting to do one on this new Star Wars Outlaws game, but I haven't played enough of it yet. I'm still playing through it, and then I'll invite a guest on and talk about it.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you in the future or the past.